Konnichiwa, Gareth here. So we're here looking at those beautiful leaves just over there. The autumn leaves, the koyo are here. At the moment it's mid-November and still very beautiful and still quite warm for this time of year. Yeah, I wanted to show you the leaves and ask the question, what is the best season for cycling in Japan? Japan has 4 very distinct seasons and is spread over a long distance from north to south, with warmer weather in the south and generally colder weather in the north. We head to the northern island of Hokkaido first to take a look at their highs and lows for the year. Siberian winds prevail in Hokkaido. This leaves it much colder than the rest of Japan and under a blanket of snow during the winter months. It's not until springtime comes around in April, late April at that the snow really thaws out and leaves behind such a beautiful array of colours, perfect for summer cycling. This is why Hokkaido is very popular for those travelling in the summer, because the rest of Japan can be a little bit too hot. The window may be much smaller for cycling in Hokkaido, but it definitely provides a unique experience compared to the rest of Japan and should not be overlooked. Moving down to the more central Kansai region of Japan and my home turf of Kansai, we take a look at the weather patterns here. It's a bit colder at the beginning of the year, but for cycling, if you have the right gear, then it can be quite comfortable. With warmer weather arriving in March, the cherry blossom begin to appear and hit full bloom in April. However, it's short-lived as the summer leaves begin to fight through towards May. It's such a beautiful season to cycle in Japan, but do bear in mind that it's often the busiest time and some of those cycle paths may be blocked with the crowds. The summer can be hot and quite stifling due to the humidity, but on par with the cherry blossoms, I think, are the autumn leaves. Heading south to the southern tip of Kyushu, it's here at Kagoshima where the temperatures are a little bit higher than the rest of the country, and the cycling season starts much earlier. Generally, the cherry blossoms start blooming earlier than the rest of Japan in Kagoshima, so it's a good place to start a tour if you're cycling across the country. Similar to Kansai, it's pretty hot in the summer, but on top of that, the rainfall is pretty high too. It's the rainy season in Kagoshima, and June especially sees a lot of rain, so it's best to be avoided during this month. Lower temperatures and less rainfall make it more comfortable ride from September and see the rest of the year out with winter approaching. I know I've not really answered the question, what is the best season for cycling in Japan? You know, there's a bit of a debate between autumn and of course the cherry blossom season in springtime. It's a tough one. They're both stunning, they're both very beautiful. Of course, summertime is a little bit too hot and too humid, although as I mentioned, perfect in Hokkaido. And also wintertime, I do a lot of cycling in winter, I like the winter, but you do need the right gear. So I think for anyone who likes cycling, as long as they're on a bike, it doesn't matter what season it is, but days where you are on the bike rather than taking cover from torrential rain or snow or anything like that, then yeah, this is why I've provided the temperatures and a little bit of insight into the weather patterns in those areas. Yes, I get, and sorry Tokyo and Shikoku and everywhere else, I've just done a very simple top, middle and bottom approach, but generally the weather in those areas are similar to a degree or two, but I think it's just worth looking at those temperatures to get an idea of the weather patterns in those areas. So if you're starting your rides and tours in spring, it's better to start in the south and head north. And the opposite in autumn, start in the north and head south. With warm weather gear, riding in central and south Japan is not an issue, just avoid icy mountainous areas and you'll be fine. With the number of heatstroke cases increasing and the mercury rising summer after summer, then do take care if you do plan to cycle in the summer months. If you can't get to Hokkaido, then try to stick to coastal areas or Lake Biwa for a little bit of a cooler sea breeze. No matter the season, weather alerts are very common in Japan, so do stay alert. I will leave some links below. How about you? What do you think? What's the best cycling season in Japan? Leave your comments below. And also, this is the first video in a series that we're going to make as an FAQ for cycling in Japan. There's a lot of questions that we see frequently on forums and we've been asked ourselves, and we wanted to make a video on each of these questions that we've seen over the years. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, please like this video, and thank you very much. Safe cycling, everybody.